you can only watch it for the first time once. It'll be interesting to see what we catch and what we don't.
Did you ever play the video game Mass Effect?
This is where Babylon 5 is becoming Babylon 5.
That was great. I love that.
100% completely accurate, definitive ranking of Babylon 5.
I love it so much.
We're officially into it, Jeff.
The year is 2025. The name of the podcast, Babylon 5, for the second time.
Welcome to Babylon 5 for the second time. My name is Tanurb Nella.
And I'm Fej Nika. Tanurb Nella and I used to be Star Trek podcasters, but then we watched Babylon 5 for the first time and everything changed. Now we're watching Babylon 5 for the second time, catching all that cool stuff that there's no way we could have caught the first time around.
You know, like what?
Like what?
Like how JMS named some of the characters.
Brilliantly.
Like there was Londo and there was Jakar. And there's this great character. This one should be like on the Mount Rushmore of guest characters of Babylon 5.
Oh, 100%.
Especially one-off guest characters of Babylon 5, because we met the wonderful, the delightful Tamav.
Yep, we get to meet her today.
What we didn't know the first time was her name is Vomit spelled backwards.
So great.
But we know that now.
So brilliant.
We know that now.
I love it.
Well, along with all that stuff that we didn't know the first time and we're now catching it for the second time, Jeff, we'll go back to those proper names. Jeff and I are still searching for those sci-fi messages that we find in the series. You know, those things that tell us how things can be better in the future, hopefully, maybe how we can be better human beings to one another. Maybe they just hold up a mirror to society. Now, that being said, Jeff and I have seen this episode and all the rest of Babylon 5 before. So from this point forward, spoilers shall abound. Jeff and I have fair game to use anything from any point in the franchise, anywhere. So if you have not seen Babylon 5 for the first time for yourself, stop this video, stop this podcast, go back, catch us on our first watch, join us on that. That was a pretty good time. Join us there. You'll be there for the ups and the downs and the really, really high highs and the kind of sometimes low lows. And all the stuff in between. You'll join us for that ride. And then once you're done with this series for the first time, trust us, it's better this way because there is stuff to not be spoiled about. Then catch us on your own second watch back here.
Today, Brent, when you kind of gave this away a minute ago, but we're watching the episode Soulmates. Do you remember, by any chance, what you thought about this episode when you watched it the first time?
Jeff, I loved this episode.
You did.
My memories from this episode. If you can make me laugh, I'm going to like you. This is a comedy. It's funny. It's endearing. I love how Tamav proves her loyalty and her trustworthiness, even though she was just the one that you're like, there's no way she's getting it. We know how JMS likes to set up to subvert expectations, but also fulfill subverted expectations. And this episode is a microcosm, really, of how he wrote characters like Jakar for the entire course of the series, and even Londo. I also remember being very disappointed that we never saw Tamav again, especially once Londo becomes emperor, because she should have just come back as we got Jokey McJokerson.
Yeah,
he came back quite a bit. Where was Tamav?
The whole
we
time.
Should have gotten her back. It occurs to me while I'm saying that, though, Jeff, the whole prime minister thing. Remember, we took issues with the prime minister thing.
Yeah,
or at least I did.
A little bit.
How's he going to be prime minister and then he's going to walk away from the thing? Like, he's not prime minister of anything. That's just a name and title only. It would have made much more sense if Tamav was left doing the job of prime minister while Londo was named prime minister and Londo went back. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Like, and Tamav could have rocked some stuff, man.
Totally.
What do you think about this the first time around?
Love this one as well. I think this, like you said, it was fun, but also had a great story. Like, there wasn't this throwaway story that they just like had a comedy around. They had like real stuff happening.
Yeah.
It was good. I remember some really fun Jakar stuff. There's some statue thing that got kind of ridiculous and hilarious and deadly and whatever. Like, this is a great episode that, we talked about this all the way through the rest of the series, just the high points in it. What's cool, you're talking about, it's too bad we never saw Tamav again, in the Legions of Fire trilogy, the novels that talk about what happened on Centauri Prime after the series ended, we do get some Timov. And we see two amazing things happen in that, just real high level. Londo truly expresses his love for her in what appears to be the worst possible way. Like anyone,
don't spoil me on this.
I'm not going to spoil. All I'm going to say is
going to go through that at some point.
Anyone who observes what Londo does would think he's just an absolute piece of Centauri garbage.
Really?
But knowing what we know, the purest expression of love.
Is it?
It's beautiful. And Timov ends up a hero, an absolute hero in the
good
whole
for
thing.
her.
So you get a little bit of her, you get a little bit of one of the other wives too. So definitely a trilogy worth diving into.
I like Nia's comment over here. She says that Timov's actress Jane Carr likely cost a lot more to book than Jokey McJokerson's actor does.
That's a good point.
Probably true. Probably true. Well, Jeff, that's what we remember thinking about this episode. I actually went back and listened to our first episode. That first watch we encouraged other people to go listen to.
A little nervous about this.
You want to hear some stuff that we actually said?
Okay.
All right, so here we go. Jeff, you noted that Delenn asking Ivanova about cramps, like you were noting that idea, because this is the episode where Delenn begins to learn what it's like to be a human female.
Yeah.
Right. And you asked this question, can Delenn now have human babies?
Look at that.
Now, later in the episode, though, you came back to it. And we were kind of talking about if we were talking about that menstrual cramp joke at the end and like how well it kind of was written and different stuff like that. And you're like, I think once she figures out what's going on down there, she's going to want to have a baby. That doesn't just happen, or that stuff doesn't just happen unless you're capable of conceiving a kid, which we know from JMS's original treatment, which we did recently. That's exactly what the scene is trying to convey.
Yep.
That she can do that kind of stuff. She is capable of having a kid. So I say kudos to you on picking up what JMS was laying down.
Look at that. Check the
and
box.
he didn't write this episode, I don't think. I think
no, Peter David did.
Peter David. Certainly he got the outline from JMS, or at least the big points. Now, we went on to speculate who the father was going to be. And we fairly quickly glossed over Sheridan.
Yeah.
And we immediately went back to Sinclair. It's got to be Sinclair. And we were all like, this is how they're going to keep him in the show, even though he's off screen. She's going to have an off screen romance with him and all that sort of thing. But you also said that this would be because their baby would now be half and half, right? That the soul of Valen, you doubled down on that. The soul of Valen was within Sinclair, and so now this baby would be Valen reborn.
Okay.
Right. That's where you were kind of.
We literally we were very much with the original treatment idea with that whole thing.
That just shows how good JMS's writing is. That we were tracking with what he was wanting us to go down. You know what I mean? So,
totally.
Yes, we were with it, and that's because he was good at his job.
Yeah. Kind of.
We were picking up what he was laying down. So when things didn't turn out the way that he had originally planned, and people were like, "Oh, that's not how it goes," I'm like, "Well,
it was
kind of." Anyway, I was a big fan of this episode. I liked the idea that Talia, because we get a lot of Talia, and this is the Talia Stoner episode as well.
Oh wow, okay, yeah, I thought that was later.
So we have like three plots going on in this. There's Talia Stoner, there's Delenn with her cramps, and then there's the whole Londo and his wives thing.
Okay.
Right? I really liked the fact that Talia revealed that she really hates Psi-Corps, and I advocated for this kind of writing, but you were not so much of a fan.
All right.
You didn't feel like it tracked with her character so far, because she's all like remember in Legacy, she's like, no, you got to go back to the Psi-Corps. You got to go back to the Psi-Corps. And that was post Jason Ironheart.
Yeah.
So you just really didn't feel like it was consistent. And I said, actually, I find it very consistent. And I find that it's actually very refreshing for her as a character to know that while she wears this sort of mask, turns out there's another character wearing a mask. Deep down on the inside, she's scared to death of them and really, really hates them. You said that you said this. We were talking about the future of some of these characters, and we'd asked if Delenn was ever going to join the Earth Force Alliance, and put on a uniform a la Kira Nerys.
Right.
Because we've never seen that before, right? And you said no because you thought, now listen to this, you thought Earth Force was still going to be a bad guy. In fact, you went on to say, actually, you might have said it before then, you did not feel that the humans on board the station were going to be Earth Force for much longer because the EA is the bad guy in waiting.
Look at that.
Look at you. Look at you. Speaking, you were on your Star Trek comparisons here. Speaking of that, you also compared Jakar sleeping with Centauri women. We had a big discussion about what that's like for him sleeping with Centauri women, which is kind of more sticking it to Londo than anything. You compared him to Gul Dukat sleeping with Bajoran women.
Absolutely, yeah.
As if Jakar, being a bad guy, was eventually going to become, I don't know, some sort of a religious or cult leader.
Are you serious?
Oh, wait. Oh, wait.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Now, we both declared that Garibaldi is a top 5, maybe even a top 3 character on the show. But we also talked a lot about how he crosses the line between professionalism and letting his personal stuff get in the way too easily.
Totally. Yeah.
Not okay. And we were 100% right on that. That still tracks here. I spent a good chunk of the time talking about what Psi-Corps is up to and needing to see Bester again because we haven't seen him yet. Right. To me, the number one question in Babylon 5, not about the shadows, not about Morden, not about any of that stuff. The number one question is, what is Psi-Corps up to?
Okay.
That was my number one question. You really said everything really ties back to Psi-Corps. The death of Santiago, Clark becoming the new president, possibly even the shadows coming back. Like it all somehow ties back to Psi-Corps. And you took it a step further and said it actually even goes back to Bester.
Okay.
Which it kind of did.
You
know, now Bester was pretty high up in the Psi-Corps. It wasn't just about him, but Bester was manipulating stuff for his own.
Yeah. And in a real way, Psi-Corps is what tied the Earth stuff and the shadow stuff, like brought everything together.
I said the whole idea of Talia asking, because she asks a question here, which is really poignant, that who is she if she's not Psi-Corps?
Oh, okay.
I said that was the question that really kind of codified this entire episode in the B plot for me. And this is really the first time I kind of started liking Talia at all, because I really have not liked her up to this point. And I still don't disagree with that. Last thing that I said was I had a theory. I had a big theory, especially coming off of last week's episode with Bureau 13, that Stoner was one of the assets.
Oh, one of the components. The third. Yeah.
One of the components. Yeah. Now, one of the things that we sometimes lament is that in our feedback, you and I talk about this, like in the feedback that we hear from our listeners out there. Pay attention, listeners. I'm talking to you here. Sometimes the things that we lament is we don't often hear enough about the messages portion.
Oh, okay.
Because to you and I, the most important part of this whole show is the messages. Everything else is just fun fodder that we talk back and forth. But the real heart of everything we do comes back to what are the messages of the show. And we happen to get a letter from a guy named David this week who works at a cancer center and said how in the darkness of everyday life for him, the positive messages that we pull out was an uplifting thing for them. David, I bring that up not just to pat us on the back and toot our own horn. I bring that just to say, David, I don't know if you're still listening out there, but I hope you are. And I thought that email deserved another shout out because the idea that you and I, two knuckleheads, can bring some sort of a light in dark places. And frankly, it's not even us. We're just talking about what JMS and his folks did over there.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's great. You know, I say all the time, Jeff, on a personal side, that we as a society are better when Star Trek is on TV. I need to amend that statement, though. The world is better when shows like Star Trek, shows like Babylon 5, shows like Stargate are on TV. We're better when that happens.
Yeah, agreed.
Those are the things that we said in our first watch through Jeff. Now, I know you scour the internet. You look for stuff that JMS says, or maybe some other people say. Did we get anything interesting about this episode? Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. What'd you find? Anything good?
Almost nothing on this one.
Really?
JMS said...
Not shocked, actually.
Yeah, on this one. JMS said that Peter David is having the time of his life writing this thing. He loves where the character... Oh, no, let me back that up. Peter Jurasik is having the time of his life. He loves where his character is going. He loves the range of emotions that he gets to play. He says that he saw him for a bit on the set today shooting Soulmates, and he's just tickled, particularly since he's acting opposite of Lois Nettleton, Jane Carr, and Blair Volk. Kind of cool. The last thing from JMS really was Timov has a line in this one where in her Jane Carr voice says, "Who is this?" And he thinks that'd be a great voice for an answering machine.
Who is this?
It'd be good. But
I may use that.
You should. Let's pull it.
My voicemail is let's hear. My daughter is 10 years old now, so my voicemail is probably 9 years old. I haven't changed it in 9 years. You've heard it, and I was in the car when I was recording it. Like I was sitting still, folks. But I said, "Hi, this is Brent," and she squealed from the background. I was like, "Hi, I'm Brent. I can't come to the phone right now because," and that's when she squealed. I was like, "Well, because of that. So leave a message and I'll get back to you or send me a text message." So it was real quick. But I've had so many people comment on that message that I'm like, I don't have the heart to change it. And it's cute. Like it was perfect timing, unplanned. So but that one might make me change it. Who are you?
One cool thing on this one on the Lurkers Guide, they had a Peter David Speaks section.
Really?
Yeah, which I thought was great.
Not JMS, but Peter David.
Peter David.
All right. Well, did Peter David have anything cool to say about this episode?
Yeah, a thing that was pretty cool to say.
Okay.
And this is one we actually talked about, but I love that it's like validated here. He says, Daguerre was pestilence, Timov was famine, Mariel was death.
Stop. I know that this is a reference to another thing. What is that thing? Remind me what that is.
The Four Horsemen.
Why is that important? Why are we making this comparison? Did we not say something about like they're the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse or something like that?
Londo makes a crack about it.
He does. Okay, I'm asking this for real. Like I'm not trying to lead anything. Like he makes a crack about them being like the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse or something like that.
Yeah, he says something about they're pestilence, famine, and death.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm tracking with you now. I'm here. So he said someone. What are they again?
So Daguerre is pestilence. Timov is famine, which is great because her last name is Vomit, right? And famine. It's pretty good. Okay. And then Mariel is death. And he goes on to say that originally I was going to have each of their names reflect their respective incarnations, but decided that was too cutesy. The only holdover from that idea, here is Timov's name, which of course is Vomit spelled backwards. You all realize, of course, that Londo is, by process of elimination,
he's Oddnod.
He's War.
Yeah.
Also Oddnull.
Oddnull. There it is.
But that's what there is on the internet about this episode. So what do you say, Brent? We watch it.
Let's do it. You know what a fun episode will be sometime though, Jeff? Is to go back and actually rename them according to that. Like according to what would Daguerre and Mariel or whatever her names, what would have been. There we go. Maybe not a whole episode, just a little segment.
Yeah.
But yes, let's go watch an episode, Jeff.
If you're joining us for the first time, here's what's going to happen. Well, first of all, welcome. It's great that you're here. I understand why you picked this as your first episode. It's going to be great. But this isn't a thing where Brent and I watched this on our own and then came back and we're going to talk about things. We're going to bring it up right here, right now. We're going to watch it right here with you. It's going to be great. If you're on YouTube, you're going to see the reaction to the thing. We're going to edit it up and you're going to see the whole YouTube-y reaction video thing to this. If you are wanting to see the entire conversation, everything, the edited version of this, we have that on our Patreon page, patreon.com/Babylon5First. That's the number 5. The word first, there's a link down in the show notes.
And if you guys are listening to this on an audio podcasting app, you're going to hear that reaction that Jeff just talked about. And then we're going to meet you on the other side where we'll share a few additional thoughts and maybe some of those brand new messages that we say are so important to the show. And we're going to find those ones that we uncover this time around. Jeff, let's hit the button.
Let's do it.
I guess it's all relative.
Actually, it's relatives. I'm here to pick up some women.
Yeah.
You'll have better luck at bars.
No, I mean...
Just kidding. So, who are these women? Diplomats?
I love his laugh.
Ambassador Mallory's 3 wives.
harem. Oh, the lucky dog.
Yeah,
Hashtag-
that's not lucky.
Yes.
There she is.
I am Timov, daughter of Al Ghul. You will take me to my husband.
I was told there would be 3 of you.
Who is this?
Al
No,
Ghul?
never mind. I said you will bring
Lugla?
me to my husband. Is your hearing deficient?
No, but I
Then
do have...
let's be off.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
Oh,
Should've put the
Veer.
emphasis on pleasure. She'd have loved you then.
Pleasure?
Veer?
Yes, madam.
Look,
I
told you back
I
on the
immediately
transport
love
once where the hell
everything
you're
about this
going.
episode.
Tired of you constantly. Jeez, I'm sorry. What was I saying?
Absolutely nothing.
Right.
I am not the droid you're looking for.
Right.
Now, see, he's supposed to be an empath. I don't know if
Yeah.
you remember that. He's supposed to be an empath, not a telepath, or at least he got changed into an empath. And somehow he now makes that projection of it.
So what's the problem?
I don't know.
I don't like him.
Yeah, I
That's
got a
the
gut
problem.
feeling.
See, so much of what I do, it's gut instinct.
Right?
I see
There it
things,
is.
little
Yeah.
things. Don't even notice they're there, but they put me on guard. I just hate not knowing why.
You wanted to see me, Captain?
Oh, yes, Miss Winters. There's some rumors floating from the Psi-Corps net. I was hoping you could confirm or deny. Garibaldi, we'll discuss this stoner fella later, all right?
I'm sorry. I just want to pause this. Our friend Andrew in the council chambers
Yeah, good call.
mentions that Al Ghul is the name of a star in the constellation Perseus. It was also nicknamed the Demon Star since its luminosity was variable. You know, they flicker. Hey,
Yeah.
do you know the difference when you're looking in the night sky between a planet and a star?
I do not.
Between a solid celestial body and a star that's emitting light? Stars flicker, they twinkle.
Okay.
Planets don't.
So Twinkle Twinkle Little Star is actually giant.
There's no real such thing as a little star.
Right? It's all
Not,
relative.
not compared to us anyway. So planets wander. Yeah, but it's hard to like Andrew. So Andrew's act was because planets wander around. They do, but it's hard to track a planet like on a given night. Like, I mean, you could just be able to look up in the sky and go star, planet, star. Like that's how you can tell is because stars twinkle, planets don't.
Stoner?
Stoner barely knew her.
Yeah, that was his name, Matthew.
He's not here on Babylon 5.
Is he? Oh
Is that a
god.
problem?
Oh, it is.
How did we get an ex-boyfriend and an ex-husband
Only in the
for her
most
rolling up in
unpleasant
here?
sense.
Psi-Corps
And they're
is a-
both coming after her.
Psi-Corps is a very small community. Like,
Well, they're trying to they're trying to breed them, right?
Yep.
Like, you know, it didn't work out with her with one, so they're
try another
put
one.
her with another one, I guess. We talked about this new set a little bit
Yeah.
because this is the Earth Museum set, and you had a theory that this was a
my
touring
office in
museum
quite a hurry.
piece.
Okay.
So when we don't see it in a couple episodes,
It's because
that's
it's
why.
moved on.
Not in the mood.
I gathered that. But as one person who sees another in pain, someone whom he considers a friend or at the very least an ally,
Look at that.
I just want you to know that I'm willing to listen.
Jeff, that line right there was the line of message for us.
I was just gonna say, there it is.
That's it. It was just this beautiful, like, hey, listen, yeah, I'm not your station commander, or I am your station commander. You're right. It's none of my business there. But just as one human to another who sees somebody else in pain, I'm available. I'm here. Like, how human is that? Like, how just honoring of somebody else. Like, hey, I'm here. I'm available if you need me.
Watching
You know?
it here, it really showed me too that she walked in with assumptions, right? Like,
Mhm.
oh, you're this, and maybe we need to do a better job in checking our assumptions that we have when we're interacting
Ooh.
with people,
Ooh, say that again, Jeff.
right? Call it checking your biases. Is what
There you
it
go.
is, But
There you go.
yeah, just be aware when you're
Yeah.
talking to somebody that you don't know. You don't know what they're.
You don't know
coming
what
to
you don't know what they've come through for that day,
Right.
what they've been going through on that day. Yeah, you just don't know.
And,
You don't know, man.
You don't know. I know judo, but you don't know. I love the show Ted Lasso, and I heard they're making another season, which I think is stupid and just, I mean, that's a cash grab. If anything, the show ended exactly how it needed to.
Yeah.
But there's a scene, and if you're not familiar, it's an Apple TV show, and Ted Lasso is an incredible football coach, college football, and then UK football, and he's just a cool guy. Like, he's great. And I have a whole episode over on the Starfleet Leadership Academy about it, actually, if you want to check it out. But there's a moment where someone's asking him, hey, man, how do you do it? Like, how do you just make people feel good and that they can accomplish things? And how do you bring that out in them? And he says, I just treat every person as if they're hurting, because we all are somewhere, somehow. And if you just have that care when dealing with another human, but in this, Talia came out, guard up. But it makes sense in a sense though, where brought up in Psi-Corps, Sheridan's a normal. He's a mundane. right? He doesn't care about me. I've been told my whole life that he doesn't care about me.
Yeah.
I have to keep my defenses up because he's dangerous.
Uh-huh.
So we're seeing a lot of interplay right there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All fair points, all good points and observations only could be known having watched the whole show.
I want you to understand. I acquired human characteristics to bring your people and mine closer together, to symbolize our mutuality. It is supposed to be a dignified, inspiring transition for both humans and Minbari. So will you please explain to me why this hair refuses to cooperate? I had no problems with it at first, but as time passed,
it's pretty brittle. What are you washing it with?
You conditioning?
Washing?
Coconut oil or anything?
Washing?
Yes, when you bathe.
We use a chemical compound that strips away the...
Okay, real quick. So every episode is supposed to be somewhere in real time of a year. Or like every season is like a year, January to December, right? And obviously in 22 episodes, that's not 52 weeks out of the year, but presumably each episode is within a 2-ish week period.
Yeah.
Right? So from the time she emerged from the chrysalis, which was at the end of episode 1 or 2?
I was at the end of episode 2.
Okay. So she's really only had episode 3, 4,
or end
5,
of episode 1, but yeah.
End of episode, so episode 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is episode 7, right? So if you give 2 weeks to each episode, it's been 12 weeks since she came out. She has not washed her hair in 3 months. Somebody should have said something to her before now, because I don't know what you know. I know that hair that has not been washed in 3 months, somebody's noticing that hair and be like, hey, Dylan, we need to, this is new for you.
Right.
You've never had hair before. Let's talk.
I think part of the problem, though, is what Ivanova, or she just said, we use a chemical compound that basically she's been using hydrogen peroxide, but without it's not dyeing her hair, but that's basically what she's been, or isopropyl alcohol on her head this whole time. So yeah, it's nice and clean and drying up and breaking. And
at least her head is sanitized, though.
You know what I noticed, though, here where you've paused, and the beautiful image behind you also, no head bone. Oh, there's just a little tiny bit of head bone there. It's all
on the side, yeah.
It's all going over.
It's just covered up. Yeah. Yeah, it's just covered up. So, but remember, Jeff, what we learned from JMS, that there is actually a gap between the head bone and her scalp that allows that hair to grow in between, which is why that means that her bone is only connected on her temples and then it just hangs out back there. That is an easy break point.
I think so, right?
She lays down, she better be sleeping on an angle. Like if she lays down and something catches it and she perches her head, man, she breaks her head bone.
Right.
Ow.
Outer layer of the epidermal tissue. It is symbolic of being reborn each day.
Of course it's
symbolic.
symbolic.
You've been using this on your hair?
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Just immersing your body in water to remove the sweat and...
We do not perspire in the same way you do.
We don't stink like you humans.
But you do now.
Ambassador, maybe I should get somebody else to deal with this.
Do you know what to do?
Well, yes.
Can you brush hair?
My mother used to do my hair, but I'm sure...
This is most embarrassing. If you could just...
I have duties.
I have hot oil. Let's make this thing happen.
I trust you.
Aw.
CNC, this is Ivanova. Online. Please inform the captain. Barring an emergency, I may be a while.
Quite a while. She's like, take this thing.
Oh boy, she says.
It'd take a lot more than a brush.
Where's Marielle? Where?
I don't know. I was expecting her, and she didn't show up at customs.
We should wait for Marielle to arrive.
No, I will not tolerate this any longer. The secret of our marriage's success, Londo, is our lack of communication. You have jeopardized that success, and I would know why.
Very well. I wanted to save the surprise, but clearly you have forgotten. Tomorrow is the 30th anniversary of my Ascension Day.
It is?
It is?
Yes,
Okay,
the
stop.
Emperor not...
Is that basically his birthday?
Maybe I'm thinking more bar mitzvah, the day he became a man, a Centauri man.
Right, but like, so it's the 30th anniversary of his, like, that's how they mark time, is based on their Ascension Day, not necessarily.
Maybe. Yeah.
What do you? Obviously, we know where this one goes, but Londo comes in and he's seems very on good terms with Daguerre.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that might be a marriage that actually works. And then him and Tamav are, you're like, oh my God, what's going on here? And
I think they play different roles, right? Like you've got Daguerre, who's the dutiful wife, doing what's expected and making sure her husband knows that he's important. And Tamav, who's like, dude, find the whitest part of my butt and kiss it. Like, come on. No, not dealing with this at all.
Right. But it also strikes me, and this is probably just purely my own culture, right? The idea, like, these are his two wives. They know of each other. They have no problems with each other being a wife. You know, they may have personal issues with each other.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a third wife that they're going to wait. And what are we all doing here? Why are we like, I don't understand polygamy. It's not my thing.
Right.
I'm not judging it. I'm just saying I don't understand it. So this conversation strikes me as a little off of like, where's my other wife? And you guys are all great with it. Like,
yeah,
interesting. It's weird to me.
Normal for them. Normal for a lot of people.
Normal for a lot of people. A lot of different places. I can't, like, I think of Dr. Phlox over on Enterprise, where like he has 3 wives and each of his 3 wives
have 3
husbands, of which he is one.
Yeah.
And, you know, so it's like, this is a family dynamic of like 27 people or something like that.
What I love about that dynamic, and they even talk about it, there's this many relationships within, I forget what it is, but what I like about it is it's not a patriarchal dominant relationship. This is one husband, 3 wives to serve the husband. And that's kind of the model that we see here in society, where it's all about the dude having multiple wives. It just makes sense though, for if you're going to live this lifestyle, women should be able to have multiple husbands or whatever's. Like, it shouldn't be, you know, so binary and so dependent just on the male figure in the relationship.
Listen, I fully believe what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You know, and vice versa.
Right.
So
no time to shop, unlike my beloved wives, who always find the time to run up my credit accounts. In any event, he wished to give me a gift in honor of my service to our people. The gift he gave me was any one wish within his power to grant.
And what was your wish, my sweet?
A divorce! An easement from the arranged marriages to my 3 wives. However, the Emperor requested that I keep one of you to be by my side for future state affairs. So, by tomorrow, I will choose one of the 3 of you to remain my wife. The other 2 will be gone. Gone! You'll receive no further money beyond the vast amounts of my savings you've already diverted to other accounts. You have no title, and you have to do without the privileges to which you have become accustomed. Small repayment for the many years of joy you have given me.
I want to go back here real quick, Jeff.
Okay.
So you and I know how this ends.
Yeah.
We know the 3 wives. We know how this goes. Okay. I want to roll this back, and I want you to play specific attention to the look on Tamav's face and the look on Daguerre's face when they find out what's going on.
Okay.
And I want you to read it for me. And I want to see if you and I are reading the same thing.
Okay.
Counts will be gone.
Look at that face. And look at that face.
Gone! You'll receive no...
Okay, now read these 2 faces.
Yeah, Daguerre's scared to death.
Tamav is just looking at him, and she just sort of looks off to the side and like purses her lips a little bit, like
the minute he says a divorce, her face says, "All right, dude, fine. Just cut to the chase. Like, quit wasting my time. Just whatever you're gonna do it." Where Daguerre's like,
well, because she knows about the money. Like, because Londo goes, you know, the money's going to get cut off, and Daguerre's like, oh, you can't do that. See, here's how I read Tamav's face. When he says, I'm going to choose one of you to stay my wife, I read that as Tamav just going to be like, well, it's me. Like, she's already there. She's like, well, it's me.
Yeah, I can see that.
But Daguerre is like, no, I can't. Hey,
yeah.
Oh my gosh, my life is about to be ruined. Maybe unless I can, you know, convince you one way or another.
Well, I think for Tamav, it's just confidence. I think it's one way or the other. It's going to be me or it's not going to be me.
But I don't even think for her, because she knows. I think Tamav knows that she's in more control than anybody else in this relationship, and that includes Londo. You know, at least that's how I read it.
I can see that. I can totally see it.
See, Nia's like, Tamav is like, well, if I'm getting divorced from this schmuck, I don't think she thinks that at all. there's that first, like, I'm going to get a divorce. And she looks at him like, huh. But as soon as he's like, I'm going to pick, I got to pick one of you to stay. She's all like,
Okay. All right.
okay, fine. That's like, I read it as a full, like, it's like she's not even worried about this at this point. Not because she might be gone, but I don't think she even thinks she's going to be gone.
Not even on the table. This is just, so these other two are gone.
Yeah, that's what this is. And okay. Now, why is that important to her? Why does that? Yeah, I want to get to that scene between her and Franklin because I don't remember exactly the reasons she gave, but I want to get to that spot. So
one thing I want to call out in the Legacy of the Fire trilogy, but Timov and Daguerre play a role, and Daguerre's is just it's heartbreaking what happens to her. But I'll just say Veer gets to experience some pretty incredible stuff along the way.
Yeah. Our friends in the council chambers are all saying, that's not how I read it. That's not how I read it. That's not how I read it. And that's totally fair. I'm just telling you how I read it. Most people are with you, Jeff, on a nope.
Well, I don't even think that she thinks she's gone. I think she doesn't care one way or the other. She's like, I'm good with you. I'm good without you. Just tell me what's up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can totally see what you see. I can see that though. She's like, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Came all the way out here to still be married to you. Great. Thanks for wasting my time.
Right. All right, here we go.
I might be, Andrew. You're right.
Hello, Londo. Miss me?
I said it then, and I'll say it again. By far, Mariel is the prettiest of them all.
Okay.
But she's also the one that's like, yeah, you might have fallen for her looks way back in the day, but you also know, like, she is not pretty to him anymore at all.
Yeah, right. There's nothing at all. I want to, Andrew in the council chambers chat corrected me. Daguerre is not the one in the Legacy of Fire trilogy. It's Mariel. And to not give that away for you, I'll just say, Brent, that Veer has one hell of a ride. And it's heartbreaking what happens to her.
Are you serious?
It's dude. It's totally Mr. Home.
It's Mr. Home or Lurch or whatever.
Ambassador, we've received an invitation to...
Yes, Lanier? An invitation to?
A celebration for Ambassador Malari, the 30th anniversary of his ascension.
That's
Veer, her eyes are down here. Her eyes are down here.
Yes. Lanier, we will accept, of course.
I will convey that message.
Anything else?
Say something about it, Lanier. Yeah, there you go.
Actually, it's oddly relaxing.
On Earth, you have these creatures, insects attracted to flames.
Yes, moths. They're drawn to flames and bright lights and get burned.
Mariel is drawn to men of power in that same way. But trust me, she burns them. We'll talk later.
I still have so many questions about interspecies physical relationships with the Centauri.
Yeah.
They just have different equipment.
Glad to see you.
So how does it all work? Yeah.
Not a word for your ex. Not one syllable.
No, none.
Why have you come here?
You never were a big believer in coincidence. We had something once, Talia.
You had something, not we. And it's nothing I want any part of.
I'll add it to the list of things you don't want any part of.
Good.
Like
And
Psi-Corps.
walk away.
But then I forget. Anyone who's telepathic doesn't have that option.
Except you.
You'd love to find out how I did it, wouldn't you? How I got out. All you have to do is lose your telepathic abilities.
Oh, that's all.
I did it.
What?
They have no hold on you. I could arrange for them to have no hold on you either.
It's interesting the word having a hold on him.
Out of Psi-Corps, Talia.
Talia. Look, I spoke to your ex-husband and I warned him off you. If he bothers you at all...
Please, keep out of this. It's not your concern.
That's very fair.
I feel it is.
Feel differently.
She is very... Oh, okay, was that influenced by Stoner? Did Stoner put that into her?
I don't know. I was gonna say, it felt evil Talia.
It did. It had that vibe to it for sure.
Timov should be here too.
You seriously expect me to become involved in your sexual Olympics?
Love her.
Yes.
They're merely expressing their feelings for me.
I can do that.
You haven't changed.
You have. You've devolved.
It's true love. Being honest, right? It's a true friend that tells you have a booger hanging out of your nose.
Yeah. Yeah, if I don't like you that much, I'm gonna just let it hang there.
Yep.
I'm tired of learning things about people I don't want to know.
I'm tired of having them shrink away from me because of what I might find out. And I'm tired of being a part of an organization that scares the hell out of me.
I like that honesty, though.
You did not the first time.
I know, because I didn't think it was consistent. But you know what I know is in the next episode that we're going to watch, which was originally slated to air before this one, is when she has a big transition around her feelings for on Psi-Corps.
Oh, there you go.
Very different second time impression.
So if we would have watched the next episode first,
I think this would have made more sense.
It would have influenced that a little bit more. Fair enough. All right, what is this? We've stopped this in a weird spot where there's this thing on somebody's chest on their costume.
It's his body cam.
Now what is this?
It's from me. In a way, it's from all of us.
That was not shot well.
No.
Like,
This
what
is Sheridan. I need an emergency team, fast.
Right away, Captain.
Metabolism is accelerating exponentially. Brainwaves are all over the place.
Dude, I could do with a little
Can you create an antitoxin?
exponential metabolism
So
ramp
how?
up.
Transfusion might do it, but we don't have enough of its type in the blood bank, and we've never been any good synthesizing Centauri blood.
I didn't know. I swear I didn't.
Be quiet. Sick of your whining.
You can see some concern on Tomov's face.
You do realize that he's not made his divorce decree official yet. If he dies, our futures are secure.
If he dies,
You can face him
He
in
dies.
his bed or his deathbed with equal calm.
I am what I was made by my father, by Londo, by society.
Breeding will tell.
I didn't know it was dangerous.
You know, I read that with there's some actual concern on Tomov's part for her husband.
Absolutely.
Like, despite all the oomph, there's some actual concern there. And she's rather put out with this idea
Right.
that you're going to just kill him so we get our stuff? Like, really?
Yeah.
Are you breeding will out? Like, oh my gosh. Like, Tomov's solid.
I feel like this is supporting your theory so far.
Just saying.
Dangerous. I've handled it 100 times. Hurry metabolism. Let's set it off.
You can explain it to the magistrate.
I'll explain it in hell.
Wow. All right, Han Solo.
Right?
Narns fight dirty. They probably rigged all kinds of traps, and this was probably one of them.
Could be. Which means I didn't ask nearly enough money for it. Oh well, easy come, easy go.
This guy's got a great voice.
He does. He really does.
Can I go now?
No.
Like, that'd be a
Check with
great
your car, see if he knows
voiceover
anything about this.
voice.
And if by any chance Londo doesn't survive, you can be sure I'll find something.
He should do a sleep
Negligence,
podcast.
transporting dangerous material.
Sure, why not? Go for broke. Hey, how about I call you an idiot in public, and you can convict me for revealing state secrets?
I love that line.
His new Psi-Corps power is comedy. Like,
Right?
This guy's killing.
It may interest you to know that Londo and I do have one thing in common. The same blood type.
Well, why didn't you tell me this before?
I was deciding what to do about it.
He's dying.
Yeah, I kind of hate him.
We all die, Doctor, sooner or later. As
That's
for
a very
Londo,
sober look at life.
After everything he's done, I would take some small pleasure in letting him die. But whatever you may think of me, Doctor, I have some principles that even 20 years with Londo can't erase. I do not like to win my battles this way. I find it vaguely unsatisfying. So you may have your transfusion, Doctor, on one condition. He must never know I did this. I don't think either of us could stand the awkwardness of false gratitude.
I can live with that. This way?
Jane Carr. Oh my God. You got her with the other wives in Londo, and she's playing up the slapstick, and it's ridiculous, and it's over the top, and it's perfect, and it's fun.
Right?
That was so real. Like, there was no over the topness in that whatsoever.
Right.
So good.
Information you wanted a stoner.
Oh, Lou! Lou's still here.
Bad. Corroborates everything he told us. Archaeological dig, getting booted out of Psi-Corps.
No, I don't buy it. Nobody leaves Psi-Corps.
Psi-Corps leaves them.
Okay, I'll tell him. As soon as he finishes eating.
Eating? Prisoners don't get dinner for another hour.
Yeah, that's right.
So how did he get a meal now?
He asked me for it.
He just asked for it. I don't know.
This is why
There's
we
something
don't see
about
Lou
this guy that
anymore.
just makes you want to like him.
He gets fired after this. This is, yeah, you're right. He gets fired for this.
Yep.
That's what happens.
We got to pay attention, see if we see him again.
You okay?
I'm going with that headcanon.
Londo, do you know where you are?
Who gets fired after letting
Either
Stoner get a
in
meal?
med lab or in hell.
Not a blink of forced concern for my well-being?
No. If you'll excuse me, I'll be in my quarters. I'm suddenly feeling quite fatigued.
Yes, I think I will do the same.
It is pretty cool that they're under, suspicion of murder.
Right.
Or attempted murder, and they're just, tooling around.
Nightmares, all of them. And Timov, the worst of the lot.
Ambassador Malari, do you mind if I make one personal observation?
No, not at all.
Stick it.
Stroke off.
Right.
Good for you, Dr. Franklin.
Stick it where?
Even though we were married.
I can't believe you're throwing away a chance to leave Psi-Corps.
I am what I am, Matt.
I am what I
don't wanna carve
am.
out a piece of myself.
I just wanted you to come with me. I didn't want to pressure you. I wanted it to be different this time.
But right now I am pressuring you with my ability.
The cure, you'd want to come of your own free will.
I can't walk away from who I am or what I am. If you take away my talent, I don't know what would be left. You can understand that, can't you?
Yeah, we dove into that hardcore.
Yeah.
The first time around, and it would shock me if we do again.
Matt, I don't want...
You're coming with me.
Of course.
You'll arrange for immediate transport?
He'll be waiting for you in Docking Bay 9.
Andrew tells a story over in our council chambers. He's here in the chat. Says Sheridan was supposed to say, "Medlab, this is Sheridan," into the link. But there's a blooper where he says Sinclair instead of Sheridan. And everyone laughs at it. But instead of being able to get a second take of it, they hit overtime. And they had very strict rules about not giving overtime. So called the day. Just didn't shoot it.
Hey!
That was a heck of
Dude,
a laugh.
that is a hell of a shot, man.
Damn, I love being right.
Unless he's got brass knucks
The
on or
problem
something.
with
man.
mysteries is that in order to get rid of the headaches, I have to figure them out.
Chica, a pleasure as always.
As always.
I warn you, Mariel, do not be overconfident.
I don't think that means
If I
that they've
were
had
married
a
to Londo Malari, I'd be concerned.
physical relationship.
Chica,
I think they've had a
if you were married to
professional
Londo
relationship.
Malari, we'd all be concerned.
You see that? If they haven't, he sure wants to.
Oh, he certainly wants to.
Uh-huh.
And your theory was because it's like he's like sticking it to Londo.
Quite a piece of work, Mr. Stoner.
All right, Londo. Why did you choose to keep me as your wife and not them? I've made no pretense of affection for you. I find your recent actions contemptible. I'll never love you. At best, I'll tolerate you. And I'll never be what you want me to be. Why me?
Because with you, I will always know where I stand.
Oh, Londo. Now, the question is, does this free him up for more marriages? Like, say, to Adira.
Right.
Does he have a limit? Like, he's only allowed to have 3?
Like, total or at once?
Yeah.
Commander,
Well, no, because he was married to that dancer.
why I suddenly started getting these odd cramps.
Uh-oh.
I tell you, and I talked about it last time. I'll say it here again. They're playing that for laughs. But that you don't end an episode, like, there's intent in ending the episode with that. Like,
yeah,
that's your dun dun dun.
Yeah. Well, there. I mean, that's the when we first heard about Santiago, and it's just a newscast off on the TV,
and then it's the whole next 4 seasons,
right? Because this is all about, oh, she's about to have a period, and that's not fun. She's gonna have to go through all that stuff.
Ha ha ha
ha ha ha. But A equals B and B equals C, so A's got to equal a new baby.
Yeah, it's the simple Pythagorean theorem.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is.
Yeah. A squared, B squared, C squared. Simple math.
Yes, that is simple math. Actually, it's really not that hard.
It's not that, but it's not. And hey, to go back to an earlier conversation, our very own Nia shares a credit with Stoner on Halo Infinite, or shares credits. They don't have the same credit.
Okay,
but pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Very cool.
So Brent, you loved this the first time around. I have no idea what you thought about it this time. What?
You know, this is where I want to like be like, it was all right. Yeah, whatever. No, I love this episode. I still love this episode. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's start to finish. This is a perfect episode all the way around. It's great as a one-off. It works in the overall scheme. And I'm going to say something, Jeff. I'm going to fix something that I said during our first watch.
Okay.
I said I wasn't sure if this episode was so good because it's been kind of couched in an otherwise meh first bit. No, this is just a good episode. The writing is tight. The stories are tight. The plots all work together very, very well. It's funny. It has pathos. It's got humor. It's got meaning to it. It's just a great episode all the way around.
Yeah, if I could nitpick and be like, oh, I didn't like some of the way Andrew Thompson showed up in this scene. It was fine. It was the things that weren't awesome were still fine, but this was a fantastic. It was fun. It was serious. It was everything. Yeah, this was great. This was great. And we talked about it during the episode. Incredibly powerful messages as well.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm sure we talked about this the first time around, but just Timov's silent sacrifice. I mean, that's caring about someone. You know, she didn't do it for credit. She didn't anything. She just did it because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah. And here's the question. So let's have this. Did she do it because she has any sort of feelings for Londo, which she says in the end, I'll never love you and I'll never whatever and blah, blah, blah. At best I'll tolerate you. Or did she do it just because Londo is a human being and she just cares for life, or a Centauri being?
Right.
Like, and she just cares for life. And it's, as you say, it's just the right thing to do.
Yeah.
She has the ability to cure him. She has that ability. It's not going to cost her a lot to do it. So shouldn't she just do it? Even if she doesn't really care for the guy? Like, so what do you think? Was it because of Londo and his status, or was it just because it was truly just the right thing to do and she had a certain set of principles?
If I take the episode on its own, I'm going to say she did it because it was the right thing to do.
Okay.
Like he's dying and she leaves, you know, and we just need this blood type and he'll be fine. She's like, yeah, I'm not going to do it. And then like she went back to her course and she's like, God, I couldn't live with myself. I couldn't if I did this. I'm going to kill him. And it was the right thing. But I think understanding a little bit more about how she shows up when he's emperor and how she performs as his wife. And even after he does the stuff to her that he does, the way she's there, I think that she truly, truly loves him.
Yeah.
I think that's what it really is.
Like in her own way, right? Sure.
Well, and it's a thing too. Londo's not a person you're going to get lovey-dovey with. Right. And he's not going to respect that. He didn't, right? With Daguerre, she's, oh, my wonderful, blah, blah, blah. She's fawning and he's eating her lunch. Just like, no. But Timov, who goes toe to toe.
Yeah.
And you see that with G'Kar, right? He and G'Kar are great friends because G'Kar stands up to him. Timov is his great wife because she stands up to him. That's what he's looking for in people. He and Veer start clicking when Veer's like, bro, no.
Yeah. Not cool, dude. Not cool. That's right. You know, Jeff, we kind of have a rule when we're re-listening to our old episodes is we stop when we get to the messages.
We try. Yeah.
I didn't though. And I kept listening. And so I'm having a hard time. Like, I don't want to just rehash the messages we had in the first episode, you know, but it stands out once again, so poignant to me. Talia sitting there saying, if I don't have the core, then what am I?
Yeah. Who am I?
If I don't have my powers, who am I? And you and I spent a lot of time rehashing. I don't want to rehash it all the way through, but I am going to point it back and say, go listen to that. Jeff, if we can make a note to remember to make sure we're putting a link to the first watch episode in our notes.
We do. Yep.
Great. You guys, I want you to go check that out and check out that full conversation. But the summation of the whole thing, you are not what you do. You are you. Your value is in you.
Yep.
Your value is in your humanity, not what you can do for people or not what you can do for the world. And who you are without that is you're still the person.
I want to add to what, because I remember the conversation. We have that conversation a few more times through the series. It's a powerful, powerful lesson. But in my professional life, I've really been reflecting. There's so much. You know, I've been in a new role for a while. I'm about to start another new executive role, and just really spending time observing the behaviors of other people, and I've come to the conclusion that every negative work interaction that you have that's not customer related, but like just within the workplace, is because people place their personal value in their profession, in their title, in how important their work is or whatever. And that doesn't work, because when that happens, you make decisions for the wrong reasons. You take things personally that aren't personal, and you create a toxic work environment where people just hate being. If you know that you have value just by virtue of your life, your existence as a human being, that you have worth because of who you are, well, then your work is cool. You can just go and be a cool person at work because it's the thing you do and it's great and whatever.
And if you don't have that work anymore, it's cool.
You're still fine. Awesome. You know, like if someone becomes a judge or is elected like a senator, we call them your honor for the rest of their lives. We call them senator forever. You're on the golf course. They haven't served in 20 years. Well, hey, senator.
A military person at any rank level, but particularly one of command, even once they retire, it's still commander or captain or whatever their rank was.
Yeah, this thing that you did when you were basically a child at 30 something, you know, like we're gonna let you. That's gonna be you for nope. It's be you and know you're awesome, and you do things.
Yeah. But your value is you. So good episode though, man.
Awesome.
And I mean, to Mauve, you know what it is? Okay, so we have Talia asking this question: who am I if I don't have that? Right? Londo comes in with his wives.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah, you know where I'm going with this.
Yep.
Mariel and Dagar are both like, oh my God, I'm about to not be this anymore.
Who am I without Londo Malari?
Without his money. I'm nothing without his money. And Tamav is like, whatever.
I'm Tamav.
I'm me any way you turn this. Also, I'm freaking Tamav. He's not divorcing me.
Yeah.
Londo, why did you choose me? I'm not going to do any of this. She knew the answer to that. You know, she knew what that was.
I am Tamav, daughter of Aldi's. Like
Aldi's?
Yeah.
I think it was Algol.
Something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah.
She's related to some grocery store magnate.
Yeah. I do want to just, I want to correct this. I misquoted what Andrew said earlier about the whole Sheridan.
Yeah, you missed a
quoting
piece.
the line. No, they actually did go into overtime and reshoot the scene. And I guess Bruce took the blame for forcing them into overtime because it's a big deal on their set or something like that. So just want to correct that without having the blame fall on the director. So
it's fun.
Well, Jeff, unless you have anything else, let's get to this other segment that is a lot of fun, because this thing we like to do since really season 2 of our first watch, because we didn't do it during season 1, is we create our 100% completely accurate and definitive ranking of Babylon 5 of season 2. Jeff, now I will tell you, when we did this the first time around, this episode at this point in the season went to number 1.
It did, yeah.
Where does this episode wind up at the end?
Let's see.
Because I know you have that like at your fingertips.
Number 11, right above points of departure, right below knives.
Wow. Okay. That feels really low to me, but this episode went to the top.
I just got to tell you, looking at like the top 10.
Yeah.
Well,
the second half of the season is so solid. That's why we just said hang with us through the first half of the season, guys. Because look, it's not good. The first half is not good. It's just not. With the exception of this episode and Geometry of Shadows, I'll give you that one. But Jeff, our current top 5 as it is now, which is not our top 5 from the first time around. So I'm curious how you're going to put this. I'm curious how this is going to change. Our current top 5, number 1 is Geometry of Shadows. Is this episode better than Geometry of Shadows? We'll see in just a moment. Number 2 is Points of Departure. 3 is A Distant Star. 4 is Revelations. And 5 is A Spider in the Web. Jeff, where are you putting Soulmates?
I am really struggling with this one. I'm actually going back and looking at some of my notes on Geometry of Shadows, because Geometry of Shadows is excellent, right? I mean, it's the Drazi storyline is so powerful. Knowing the behind the scenes piece of how like Ivanova was hurt and they just rolled, and made that part of the whole thing is great. The techno mages are fun, interesting. There's just a lot of really great stuff that happens. This episode is so multifaceted, right? We have a murder mystery.
Right.
We have relationships. We have Veer trying his best. We have peak evil, smarmy Jakar, right? Like he's even got his little robe and his chest sticking out. These two episodes are so very different. Geometry of Shadows has ripples that go through the rest of the series. This doesn't, right? This is an episode that in theory you could never watch and not make a difference in the canon of Babylon 5. You're going to be missing a lot if you don't watch it because it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
These are two episodes that really kind of like work. They're so different. It's hard to rank them in this. And even when I go to my tests, what matters in the canon of the show? Which one would I rather watch? I'm not going to not watch either one of these, but I will say that one of these episodes really caused me to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Soulmates, Brent. Soulmates is gonna once again be the #1 episode on the season
As it should.
far. Yeah.
As it should. I will tell you, Jeff, watching this the second time around, analyzing Soulmates as an episode of television, the writing, the way the different plots work together, the tightness of the script, the tightness of how the story unfolds, where it goes, the predictable yet unpredictable nature of it. Each character got time to shine.
Yeah.
Jakar had a moment. Sinclair. Sheridan had a moment. Ivanova had her moment. Delenn had a moment. Garibaldi had a moment. Talia had a couple of moments.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like our whole DVD covers, except for that one guy on the end that we'd have no idea who he is.
Yeah, I know.
Like everybody got a chance to shine this episode.
Yeah. Even Lou.
They're all
and
there. We discovered why he got fired.
Exactly. Now it all
What we're
makes
assuming.
sense.
Yeah, it all makes sense. We found the reason why. It's just a great episode all the way around. So it's hard. What I want to do right now is I want to make a prediction that this episode is going to wind up a lot higher than 11 by the time we get to the end of the season. I can't do that because of how strong I know the back half of the season is. And if we get through the back half of the season and this season is not as strong as I remember it, I'm going to be very disappointed.
I agree. I don't think we're going to be disappointed though.
I do want to call out Dundradal over in our council chambers chat, where I had said the first half of season 2 just goes it's just so bad. Points it out, it does seem to fly by on rewatches, and I will say it does seem like we're clipping through these episodes. Yeah. I think it's because we know like so there's whatever's next week, right? And then we know there's Gropos, and then kind of after that it turns.
Yeah, it goes.
I think there's like one more episode after that, but then the rest of the season just goes. So we know we're so close. We know right now that we're so close. You and I had no clue how close we were.
Exactly. Yeah.
In the last one. So, well, Jeff, that's going to do it for Soulmates.
It is.
We're going to wrap this up. Next week, we got an episode back on deck. I'm trying to remember this episode, and I think sometimes you tell me the title of an episode and I know immediately what it is. Sometimes I don't. This is a time where I don't. Do not tell me what this episode is.
I won't.
But my memory says this is probably a good episode, or one that we're going to talk about quite a bit, because I feel like this is an episode we reference quite a bit. It's A Race Through Dark Places, Jeff.
It is.
Jeff, do you remember what your prediction was the first time we went through this? We didn't know what the episode was going to be about then. Do you remember what your prediction was?
You clued me in to it when you mentioned that other guy on the DVD cover.
Yeah.
Whatever. I thought whatever his name is, I figured this was going to be a follow-up on that guy and like his whole trying to chase down the shadows in hyperspace, right? Because he got that thing. But I remember, and you listened to it, so you tell me if I remember this correctly or not. But I remember making a statement that we're probably getting back to the shadows, but I don't really care about the shadows at this point, and I'd rather focus on all the other things that are going on.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what you said.
Yeah.
I want to tell you, well, my official prediction. My official prediction was Dr. Franklin is back in his free clinic down below, and this is going to be about the dark ethical issues of what it is to be a doctor. Because the only problem with that is we know that Franklin doesn't struggle with ethics.
He does not. No,
He has no
struggle.
ethics that he struggles with at all. However, I think I actually do remember what this episode was about now. I prefaced this whole thing by saying, Jeff, is there any way possible that this episode could be about Bester and Psi-Corps? I said, give me Bester. I want Bester. And then we went, nah, it couldn't be.
No way.
No way. And then I went to the other thing. Jeff, let's just say it. What's next week's episode about?
It's about Bester.
And Psi-Corps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Underground Railroad, all the stuff. I make
This
one
is
of
the Underground Railroad episode.
Yep, and I make one of the worst jokes in our entire run in this one.
Do you?
I'm not going to tell you what it is. You have to go back and listen, but it's bad. It's bad.
You know what? I don't mind. I don't mind doing that. So, well, Jeff, man, that's a great episode.
Yeah, I'm excited for this. Join us here next week. You can go listen to my joke on the old episode and then come back. Listen to us watch this for the second time. I'm eager for this. Thank you for being here with us through this watch. I hope you had as much fun as we did. Subscribe wherever you're watching, wherever you're listening. Give us a like, stars, all the different things that you can do. Thumbs up on some of the things. Comment if there's an opportunity for you to make comments. I know on some of the podcast apps out there, they've got, episode specific comments. Leave them out there. It's fantastic. When we see those, we love to respond to them. Please do. The one thing you can do, though, that means the absolute world to us is please share this show. Share it with somebody who you think would have a really good time, just like we are, just like you are. So until we get to race through dark places, we will.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Hey, you know what you are?
No, Brent, I don't. What am I?
Jeff, you are my podcast soulmate.
Really? Dude, thanks. You're my podcast soulmate too, man.
Aw. Hey, listen, it's just good to know that if I'm ever feeling insecure, hugging you will just it'll make it feel better. Jeff, I just want to say, Nia says that she laughed at us just because of how awkward we just were.
We're very awkward with that.
It was a little awkward. I ain't gonna lie. A little awkward.
It's hard to because we're actually reading it while we're, in case you haven't noticed, we're reading it while we do it.
Yeah, when Brent looks over here, this is where my notes are over here. Yeah.
We're a lot of things, Brent. Soulmates, podcast soulmates, definitely one of them. Actors, not so much.
I don't know. We
You tried. That's all right.
Or Byron, I did it exactly as I want to.
Right? Or are we so great you can't even fathom how good we are?
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about this before. There are some actors that come into a show and they play a role a certain way, and it's really off-putting. And it's like, you're not a good actress. What are you doing? Almost kind of like we're saying with Talia a little bit here. Like, she's not that good at this role. And then you realize they're doing it on purpose for a certain reason.
Yeah.
And the one that immediately comes to my mind is Jerry Ryan playing 7 of 9.
Yeah, absolutely.
She was so wooden and so she's just not a good acting at this. And actually, that's the way she's supposed to be. Turns out she's a terrific actress.
Yeah, they gave her some things to
and
show off some other things, and it's like, oh my gosh.
Put this role in lesser hands and watch the tragedy that would unfold. Yeah. Man, what a great episode, Jeff.
It is so good.
What a great. Okay, I'm sorry. Real quick. Where did we place Race Through Dark Places on the list?
You're gonna
was that a good episode?
Yeah, buckle up.
We enjoyed that one.
Number 3.
Yeah. Okay. So first half of this, because I always talk about how the first half of the season is just all right, but in the first half of the season, we get Race Through Dark Places, we get Soulmates, Points of Departure. I'd still say was a good season opener. Geometry of Shadows is going to stand up there now, like it hadn't before. Like of the opening 11 episodes, like 4 of them are still really good episodes.
Yeah. Of those, we've got Race Through Dark Places. and soulmates are the only two in the top 11.
Yeah.
On the other side, though, the ones that are coming up that fall in the bottom half, comes the Inquisitor, and that's because I ranked that one.
And you were wrong.
I don't know. We'll see.
Sorry.
Gropos, there all the honor lies. Acts, actually quite a few. Acts of Sacrifice, and Now for a Word.
And Now for a Word. Oh my God, the grief that we got over.
I know. You know what? I still think that was a fantastic episode.
I do too.
It's ranked appropriately here, but it's great.
Yeah.
For what it was trying to do.
Yeah. And I stand by my description of that episode.
Clip show without being a clip show.
It wasn't a clip. Who was a clip show? I know. That's what I just said. It's not a clip show, but it did the job of what a clip show does. Anyway.
Neil, with his comment about 7 of 9. So not only, so he says, how many Trek folks divorced on an Illinois politician because they took him to a sex party? You can actually trace that whole thing is exactly how Obama became president. Like, yeah, look it up. I don't remember the whole sequence of events, but Jerry Ryan was married to some Chicago politician guy or whatever. Things went south, which opened up a hole for Obama, who came in and then shortly after was in the presidential
that's how he got in as senator or congressman or whatever it was.
That or so he got something happened for him as a result of all that. So
interesting.
Jerry Ryan, 7 of 9, is responsible for Barack Obama being president.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And depending on who you are, that's either great or not.
You know what? I don't care who you are. It's interesting.
It is interesting.
And it's Star Trek influencing the world.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you something that I also think is interesting. I share something in common with one of our former presidents.
Okay.
Bill Clinton and I have the same birthday.
Really?
Many years apart, which also happens to be the same birthday as one Jonathan Frakes and one Gene Roddenberry.
Oh, wow.
And one Matthew Perry, R.I.P. to that guy, and the other guy too. There's a few other celebrities out there that it's an interesting list of folks who all have birthdays. It's August 19th coming up, actually, as we record this relatively soon.
Yeah, very soon.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's others. I only know one famous person who has my birthday, and that's Keanu Reeves.
There you go.
But not only do we share the birthday, we were actually born at the same time, and we were both born in the year of the dragon. Different years of the dragon. We're
different years.
So
12 years apart. You and Keanu are 12 years apart.
12 years apart to the minute.
So you're a dragon.
Dude, that's why I got the thing.
Interesting. Do you know what I am?
I have no idea.
I'm a monkey.
A monkey. Okay.
And it makes total and you read the descriptions of what monkeys are.
Yep.
And you're like, that's Brent. It's wild. And I'm not an astrologist or whatever. Like I don't buy into that, but it's pretty wild. So
got in the chat, somebody, their birthday's August 17th. Dundradal, daughter's 18th. You're the boom, boom, boom.
Look at that. Dundradal, I'm going to high five you just because we're close enough.
It's awesome.
So Jeff, I think it's about time we get out of here, man.
I agree.
We got to think. We're going to be sub 2 hours just because we're going to do this. Hey, thank you guys so much for joining us. Council Chambers, you guys rock. Patreon, you guys rock. Drop 65 down in the comments below and let us know you were here. We'll catch you guys next time for a Bester episode